Hello everyone, my name is 𝗵𝗲𝗃 and today I'll show you how to play this new Tomodachi live game in your PC using the Ryubing emulator. So yeah, before getting started on this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, let's get started with this video right now. So first open any of your browser and search for Rybing emulator. You see this GitHub link, go in there. So this is their GitHub page. Now if you scroll down, you see an area which says to find the canary releases. Just click on here. So this is where you will find the experimental early builds. You can see builds for different platforms. So you have Linux, we have for Windows, we have for Mac OS, etc. So I'll download for, because I'm on Windows right now, so I'm gonna download for Windows. So this is the Windows version here. And alright, so the download has been completed right now. After download has been completed, you'll see your file, and so just extract it. So you can, I'm just gonna use 7-zip to extract. So after extraction has been completed, you will see this folder named publish. Just go in there, and in there you will find this 𝗹𝗶𝗁𝗃𝗲 file. So now open this up. I'm going to open it up, and after opening you will see a keys not found error. Just click on OK, and we'll now need to put the keys and the firmware for this Ryubing emulator. Okay, so now we'll install the keys and firmware in this Ryubing emulator. So now why do you actually get the keys and firmware? You just need to dump it from your own Nintendo Switch and put them into this emulator. Yes, dump it from your own Nintendo Switch and then put it inside of this emulator. So to put the keys, you go to File, go into this Open Ryubing's folder, then go into the System folder, and in here paste your keys. So I'm gonna paste my keys. So I'm just gonna paste my keys here. So I have got my keys. Again, as I said, you need to dump it from your own Nintendo Switch and put them inside of this emulators folder. So now if I restart the emulator again, I get no keys error. So now let's install the firmware for this Ryubing emulator. So for that, we're gonna go to this action, go to install firmware, and install firmware from the XCI or zip. Click on this option. Now find your firmware file. So this is the latest firmware version 22.1.0, and make sure that this firmware version is also closely matching with the keys. So if your keys is 22.0.0 or 22.1.1.0, then it will actually work with this firmware. And again, you can get the firmware from your own Nintendo Switch. So I'm just going to click on it and click on open. As you can see, it says that this firmware will be installed. So I'm going to click yes. And the firmware has been successfully installed. As you can see at the bottom, it says here firmware version 22.1.0. So yeah, just make sure that your keys are on the same major version as the firmware. As you can see, I have 22.1.0 version of firmware. So yeah, make sure your keys are also at least 22.0.0 or 22.1.0 or something like that. Okay, so at least the major version needs to be similar for the keys to work with this firmware version. Okay, so the next step is, where do you actually get the game? Well, you get the game from your own Nintendo Switch. Just dump it from your own Nintendo Switch and put it in the emulator. Yes, there are some other ways to obtain the game, but I'm not going to show any kind of walkthrough tutorial or any kind of give any kind of links to any of those things, because else Nintendo will just, or YouTube will just take this video down. So yeah, I cannot provide any of these. So just dump the game from your own Nintendo Switch and put it inside of this emulator. So now let's add the game in the emulator. So for this, go to option, go to settings, go into this game directory, click on add, and find your directory that has the game in it. Now this Switch directory actually has my game in it. Make sure the game is .nsp or .xci file with the proper file size. I'll put on the screen the proper file size of the game. So yeah, make sure the game is a .nsp or .xaf file, no zip, no rar, no 7-zip, nothing. Okay, so this folder actually has the game in it, so I'm just going to click on select folder. I'm going to add the folder here and click on apply, and okay, as you can already see that the game has appeared in the emulator. If you're not seeing the game here, even if you have the correct game version, make sure your keys or the firmware is properly updated. Okay, they are in the latest version, only then you will see the game properly in here. Okay, and make sure that your game, as I said before, is NSP or XAF file and with the proper file size. Alright, so before running the game, we need to do some settings. So for that, just go option, go to settings. Now let's start with this system option. In system, make sure this vsync is set to switch. DRAM size is 4 GB. Next, go to CPU. And here, make sure this CPU cache, under CPU cache, make sure this PPTC option is enabled. Memory manager mode, keep this as host unchecked. And keep this whatever this is. Next, now move to graphics. In here, in the graphics backend, if you are using a AMD or a Intel GPU, make sure you are using Vulkan. That will provide the best performance for you. Again, as I said, if you are using a AMD or a Intel GPU, make sure you are using Vulkan. If you're using an NVIDIA GPU, you can use Vulkan or you can use OpenGL. I think Vulkan will still provide a better performance. Graphics backend multi-threading, keep it as auto. Make sure this is on and make sure also this is on. If you have lower VRAM GPU, maybe 4 GB or less, then make sure you enable this. Now for resolution, I have set it as native 720p or 1080p. So in the handheld mode, it will be 720p, and in the docked mode, it will be 1080p. If you have a much more powerful GPU, you can go for 1440p or 4K or even higher than that. Anti-aliasing, you can use higher options. I have kept it as medium. You can choose whatever you want. For sharpening, or for filter, I actually have FSR, where it, in my opinion, looks better. So I have kept it as that. And this is the sharpening, how much sharpening you want in the image to be. Anisotropic filtering, you can use higher values if you have a very good GPU. I have kept it as 4x. Now for audio, just give these options. So now for controls, go to this input section. In here, you can see input device, which is set to currently keyboard. So the control is now keyboard. You can also click any of these controls and assign a new value, as you can see. Controller type is set to Pro Controller. You can use other controller types as well, but I'm going to keep it as Pro Controller. I also have connected to a Xbox One controller, so I can also click on here, select my Xbox One controller. And as you can see, all buttons will be automatically mapped. You can also change your dead zone and range for the two different sticks. If your controller supports motion control, you can also enable it from here. You can also change from docked to handheld with this option. If you uncheck it, this will be handheld mode. If you check it, this will be docked mode. So this is it for the settings. Alright, so now let's start the game up. Now before starting the game, I will actually blur the screen, because or else Nintendo will just take this video down, but you will still be able to tell that the game is actually running. So yeah, so let me just start up the game now. Okay, so the game has started up. Well, the screen will be blurred, but you can still at least able to tell that the game is started up.
It's nice to meet you, Divine One. I can't. I think that. Yum. I'm up.
Okay, so far I can see there is a little bit of graphical issues near the grasses. That will be fixed probably in some next emulator updates. Next, if you want to add any kind of DLC into your game or any kind of update, you can do so from right clicking on the game. You'll see two options, either title updates, which is the update of the game, or you can add a DLC for this game. So you can click on this, click on this add, and then select your DLC or your update file. Normally it will be a .nsp file, so just click on that file and add it here, and then click on save. That will apply the update or DLC to the game. Next, if you want to clear the shader cache for any kind of game, sometimes this actually fixes many of the issue. You can actually just right click on here, go into this cache management, click on this purge shader cache, click on yes, and also go here, click on cache management again, and click on this purge pptc cache, click on yes, and there we go, you have deleted all the shader cache for this game. Alright, so that is it. That is how you can play Tomodachi Life on your PC using the Ryubing emulator. So thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.